All right, Dan Baldwin here. Super excited. This is our sixth video in this series, and we're finally getting around to showing you exactly how to do it. Okay, so you're at the trade show. The first thing you do, very first session that's important enough to learn something from or remember something from, pull out your smartphone, open up your smart recorder. I got the link. That's one I've used for several years. Works awesome. Hit the go button and then set it down, point the microphone on your phone towards the speaker or wherever the sound is, and then start writing notes. Now, what you might want to do is, all right, and here is, keep paper notes tying the recording number to the session name and follow-up ideas with the recording times. Now, this is actually, my notes from one of the sessions. So what I do is I write the time that the session starts right there. Okay, the recording number, I don't even have time to change the name, so it just records, number 119. And then I kind of, these are all blog ideas or follow-up ideas that, I want to remember to ask the AI bot. Okay, because that's the whole point of recording all this stuff, because it goes into the AI bot, and this is not like a regular chat bot. Okay, the AI bot is super smart. You just keep putting stuff into it, and it just keeps getting smarter and smarter. Especially since it's, got access to the whole internet. It should you allow it to have access. So the secret to the custom GPTs, the super smart business bots, is you're focusing its attention on these specific knowledge documents. So you might have one knowledge document or 10 knowledge documents, and what it says is then the detailed instructions that you give it say, I'm going to ask you questions, and these are the sorts of questions I might ask you, and I want you to, number one, try to retrieve the answers only from the knowledge documents, which in our case will be the transcripts from the recordings, because you got all these super smart people at this trade show, right? And you want to know, well, what did they say? What was that thought process? And so, number one, the bot will pull back just that focus. The one guy said this about that. That's the answer to your question. And then what you can do is then you ask the bot a more open-ended question like, well, is there any information on the internet that ties that specific information from that trade show session to the bigger world? And then that's when it's like a perfect business assistant, because you're focusing in on the specific conversation, remembering the specific quote or the specific context that this trade show session was going in, and then, okay, great, now connect it to the rest of the world. Who are the biggest competitors to this specific? And you could just write blog after blog after blog. I mean, cutting edge blogs, okay, because it's cutting edge stuff at the trade show. You match it up, you are able to immediately quote it to real humans, and it's totally a wonderful world. So, but critically, you want to write these timestamps here, okay? Because when you end up with the transcript, it'll say, okay, recording number 119, and then 23 minutes into it, they're usually 45-minute sessions, something really hit you. Okay, oh man, that is just a monumental, brain jog, or a perfect question, or something excellent that I need to follow up on. So when you're talking to the AI later, what you'll do is you'll specifically say, okay, at minute 23 on recording 119 in your knowledge documents, what was going on with, which one are you in now? Okay, blah, blah, blah. You just kind of read your question, all right? What does that mean? What was significant about that? And then the blog would just go on and on and on and on. So this is the moment that it really pays off to send you to the trade show, because there really was something uniquely valuable learned at that trade show. But when you're at the trade show, of course, you can't action on it, all right? And it might be for a project several months down the road. But when you can have this instant recall, that's when it really pays off. But you have to you have to take the paper notes, and then when you get back, tie the paper notes to the recording, stuff it all into your custom GPT, and then perfect retention of perfect knowledge, 100% of the time into the infinite future. All right, here's step number 3 while you're at the trade show. All right, you're sitting in the trade show, you're recording these sessions, you're putting down your little handwritten notes. All right, but you definitely want to scrape the session information. All right, so if you got a laptop, just cut and paste it and drop it into a second Word doc. GPTs are great about mashing different docs together. So just make sure you've got it. Now, if you don't have the wherewithal to scrape it, with your open laptop or whatever, create a document, just go ahead and do a screenshot with your phone or anything. Screenshot the PowerPoint that's up on the screen, because if you haven't tried it lately, these AI platforms, specifically OpenAI and Claude, they can just OCR like you couldn't even believe. All right. It's not like the old days where it did a really bad job. It does a really awesome job OCRing. So when you get back to your hotel, or even when you get back home or on the plane, just take these individual screenshots, and that's why you want to line up the name to your paper notes, and keep track of the times on your paper notes as well, so you can line all these up and then see if you missed any or got them out of order or got them all jumbled up. But this is extremely valuable, because what will happen is then you can also grade the speakers. You know how they always have these teasers. You come to our session and this is what you'll learn. And then it evolves into just a marketing or sales pitch. And so the AIs are really good though at taking what it was supposed to be, comparing it to the transcript, and then you can send them a report card. All right, now you're really in for a treat here in step number 4, because this is where you upload all your individual recordings to be summarized and transcribed by Fireflies or similar. I really like Fireflies. I've been using it for, I don't know, a year or so when I first discovered it. Others use others, but I've tried the others, and Fireflies really is the best. And I don't even waste my time trying anything else, because it does everything that you need. So I'm going to show you a little screen video. All right, so here's Fireflies. Um, it's one of those things where, you just, anything that it's on your calendar in the way of a conference call, Fireflies will automatically record it. It's great. But when you have an MP3 like what we've got from our trade show, what we do is we just go right over here and we upload it. Okay, and then bada bing, you just drag and drop it. And a lot of the transcription things don't do this, but Fireflies does it really well. I've tested their transcriptions, pretty awesome. And so what we do is here you just upload it, and then when it's all done, you just click on it, and I'll show you what we get here. All right, so the magic really is you can listen to it again, all kinds of crazy fun stuff. But what we're going to show you is it gives you an overview here. Okay, and here's one of our recordings. And of course, you got the transcript over here, but it gives you a great overview, the outline, and then notes, and just all kinds of cool stuff. Now you can read through it all. This is where, you didn't make it to the conference call, but you want to find out what happened with action items and everything. So some of it's great, some of it's not great, but it's pretty close. Now, even if you're going to reprocess it in another AI, which we're going to do, you still want to grab the summary from, Fireflies. All right, so what I do is I upload both the summary from Fireflies and the outline from Fireflies plus the transcript into ChatGPT when I go to create my video prompts. Because when the second GPT has the summary from the first GPT, I'm just guessing that it kind of helps save power. All right, because you've already done the heavy crunching with your first GPT, give the second GPT the cliff notes so they can, review it and save power and just have the benefit of that first, look through. All right. The AIs, to my knowledge, they don't really cheat. They don't get super lazy. Oh, well, you really did it already, so I'm going to kind of slack off. Sometimes you might get that feeling, but if honestly, if the AI thinks you're into a really cool project, it really tries to kind of bust its ass all the time. It's kind of weird. All right, so where was I? Oh yeah. So you click here, just copy the entire summary, and it gives you all of this stuff. And then you paste it into your document. And then what you do is you just click here and then download. Come on. Here we go. You can download the transcript, the summary, the audio, PDF docs, use the timestamps or not, and then download it, and you've got both the summary and then you have got the transcript, and you want that for each of your individual sessions. All right, and because this is going to make part of your master document, your knowledge document. All right, so now we're really flying along. We're already down to step 5. Now this is where we download the session summaries and transcripts into separate docs. So let me go up, and then we combine the docs. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're making knowledge documents. Now, when I did this trade show, I ended up with like, I don't know, close to 30 recordings. All right, and so you can see here's one of my just the transcript. Okay, it's just, transcript of, the thing. Now you don't need to make it pretty. That's the greatest thing about AIs is they can take an ugly ass transcript and just read through it instantly. So don't take any time cleaning up the transcripts. You don't even need to put the speakers in because when the speakers are talking to each other, they use their names or in the introductions. And so the great thing about AI is it's smart. Okay, it'll listen to the context of the transcript and figure out who's talking to who. You don't need to identify the speakers or really clean anything up at all. All right, and then what we do is, so you're making a knowledge document. So what I've done is, here's a Chartech Academy June 2024 summary notes and transcripts. All right, so here's the number, okay, and here's my link to the recording, and then here's the overview, the first part. Okay, so I've got the overview, and it kind of analyzes it and breaks it all down. All right, and then it's got the all the way down to the transcript. Okay, and then I've done that here for 5 different sessions. All right, because this is like 91 pages. All right, so you want your knowledge documents, I don't know, maybe they can be 1,000 pages, I don't know. But a lot of the AIs, they can have up to 20 knowledge documents. You just want to combine your knowledge documents. Don't have them too big, kind of spread the information out. And when you have these summaries, that makes it really easy for the AIs to just look really quick and try to find what they're looking for. So in your instructions, you're going to want to say, hey, when you're trying to answer these questions, look at the summary overview before you dive into the transcript. So what it'll probably do is it'll find something close in the summaries, and then when it finds the right summary out of 30 transcripts, then it'll just jump into that transcript and find the actual answer. So it's kind of like making your bots more efficient, I'm guessing. All right, so now we're on to step number 7. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use AI to match the session titles and teasers to the raw summaries and transcripts, and then ask AI to review all the summaries and transcripts and confirm there's no duplicate files. Ask AI if the session titles and teaser docs match raw summaries and transcripts to confirm that you have everything that you need to have, because we're about to create a new clean document for each session. But before getting into that, you want to make sure that you don't have any trash or duplicates, or you have what you think you have. That's what these steps 7, 8, and 9 are all about. So as you recall, I told you that you needed to kind of screen scrape the session teasers, all right, or take a picture of them and then OCR it. Now, once you do that, you just paste all these OCRs. So this is just a, 9-page document of all the 30 sessions. And then what you do is you try to have AI say, hey, can you match all of these to the sessions that you have? I've got 5 of these summary docs, and so if you recall, this is just all the raw summaries and the transcripts. So what you're doing is you're asking it to compare this document, and these are all the ones that you supposedly recorded, to these documents. All right, and I'll actually show you the prompt that we type in. All right, if you haven't done this before in ChatGPT, you're in for a real treat because this is what ChatGPT and Claude absolutely do best. We're going to not throw up, we're going to upload like, I know, 6 documents, 5 documents. So upload from the computer. All right, right here. All right, so what I have is these are the 4 knowledge documents that I've created that have spread out the summary notes and the transcripts of the close to 30 sessions, session 103 all the way to 128 and 25. All right, and we're also going to have the, right there, this is the one that is, the summary from the outline of all the sessions. So we're going to upload it. All right, then we've got all these documents getting ready to be compared. All right, this is the super fun part. When you're able to do this on the fly, you are earning your 47% AI smart employee bump, okay? Because this is where all the value is. All right, and we haven't even gotten to making a chat GPT, but this is actually the very essence of creating a chat GPT, creating a smart business bot, what I'm about to show you right here. This is the secret sauce. All right, so what we've done is we've uploaded 5 documents. The one agenda one where we copied and pasted what was supposed to be on the sessions, and then we've got 4 quote unquote knowledge documents where it's just the summary of each individual numbered session from my recordings and the transcript itself. And so this is my prompt, and I'm in a big hurry right now. It's Father's Day. I'm trying to get off and do some family stuff. But what I've done is I've just kind of thrown it up there. And 9 times out of 10, you're always going to be in a big hurry when you're doing this for your boss or whatever, and you're not really going to have time to really, you know, take the prompt and put it in another AI, explain what you're trying to do, and get the world's best prompt. If you have the time, that's great. But if you don't have the time, just throw it in there and go. Please deeply analyze the one trade show agenda document, that's the first one, that lists all the trade show sessions, and and decide if there is a session summary and transcript that matches the show agenda listed sessions in one of the 4 summary transcript documents. That's these other 4. Okay. Then, so is it not enough that you want them to compare it? You want to then make it, force it, ask it, beg it, plead with it to create a report that is really what you want to know. Did I miss anything? Okay, because you're basically merging 2 things. This is everything I thought I recorded. This is everything I did record with the summaries and the transcripts. We want to marry those up to make sure I'm not missing anything. We're not physically marrying it right now. We're about to make individual, cleaned up reports for each one of them. But we want to just make sure we didn't duplicate anything because that'll screw with your head later when you're trying to do something and you're super sleep deprived. All right. So now we're going to hit the go button and see what happens. Reading documents. Here we go. And there's the magic. Okay, here's the magic, like I said. What it does is it takes the name of the session from your first document, and then it matches it up with the recording number. All right, and that's really what I want. So I can see, do I have these, sometimes I'll do two sessions with one recording. Some of the recordings, maybe it's just, trash or blank, but this kind of matches it up. So in the next step, what I'm going to do is say, okay, I want just a cleaned up, single, summary report for each individual session, and then I'll merge them all again into one or two knowledge documents, and I'll basically be done and ready to upload it into my GPT, custom GPT. All right, so to summarize, we've done all the steps in what we said, transform trade show insights into profitable smart business bots. All right, we've just done steps 1 through 9. This is the last step that we've done. And then we're about to go into step number 10 with the next video. All right.